Welcome to Indiana, Dewanna. Welcome to Indiana. What I heard come out of your mouth is exactly why this signing, of all the other moves the Indiana Fever did this offseason, the Dewanna Bonner signing was the one that made me just get out of bed a little bit faster.
Dewanna Bonner is fired up to hoop with Caitlin Clark, while the Aces are in shambles, players leaving, and Aja Wilson's squad looking shaky. The Fever is stacking talent while Vegas scrambles. That dynasty talk? Looking real questionable. Is the balance of power shifting in the WNBA? Let's break it all down.
As you guys can see in this footage here, man, it's her working alongside Keith Porter, and I believe Caitlin Clark as well took place in this workout session because she is clearly in the gym. You guys look real good. I'm going to pull up some photos here of Caitlin Clark actually being there for this workout session. So I don't know if her and Caitlin Clark got in the gym, but it is definitely looking like...
Dewanna Bonner saw the contract, blinked twice. Indiana Fever? Not a prank. One of the WNBA's fiercest competitors is now teaming up with Caitlin Clark. Last time they met, Bonner gave her the full rookie welcome, tough defense and trash talk. Now, she's all in and ready to roll.
Provide the knowledge and explain playoffs to them a little bit better so we can be better prepared and don't get punched in the face the first game. And it's hard to come back when you do that the first game. It's hard to come back and try to win 2 straight against a veteran team. So I think they got it, and I think that it's going to be steps throughout the regular season that get us prepared for that, because every game, every single night is going to be hard. These teams have changed a lot in this league, and every team has loaded up and gotten better. So I think that the regular season is going to definitely prepare us for that.
Last year, Connecticut and Indiana.
Nobody saw this reaction coming. Most expected Dewanna Bonner to take the veteran approach. Something like, she's young, she's talented, but she's got to earn her stripes. But nope. Bonner wasn't just excited. She sounded like she just got recruited to play alongside prime Michael Jordan.
Push their team to get up the finish line. It's playoffs, so emotions are high, tensions are high, but I can be more excited to step on the court with Caitlin. We actually had a great workout this morning, and I think we just feed well off each other. So I'm just here to hopefully, give my little leadership advice. I don't feel like I need to push her to be any type of player that she isn't already is, and I'm just happy to be here, and I hope that I can give her some knowledge to take her game to a different level, so when I retire, she can pass that along, to other.
Ticket sales are soaring, TV ratings are breaking records, and casual fans are locked in. Caitlin Clark isn't just hype, she's a phenomenon. Dewanna Bonner has seen it all, but this feels different, and she's all in on Indiana's rise.
What excites you the most about this team that you're going to be joining?
I mean, they have dynamic pieces in CC and Kelsey Mitchell and AB, Lexi Hall. I mean, they have a great core, so why not just add to that and try to, take us to the next level in the playoffs.
The news dropped, and Fever fans were printing Dewanna Bonner jerseys instantly. Then came the real shock. Bonner working out with Caitlin Clark, sending WNBA Twitter into chaos. Bonner walks in, cool and collected. Clark, already drenched in sweat, locked in.
Hopefully, like I said, I can make her life a little easier. Not just her, the whole team, but hopefully she can make my life a little easier.
Dewanna, I guarantee you your life is going to be easier. What do they say, Charles Barkley? Guarantee! I guarantee it, Dewanna. But what I loved was the first part of that. We already had a great workout this morning. Dewanna Bonner came to Indiana and she already knows who she's dealing with.
Dewanna Bonner knew Caitlin Clark was the real deal. Now, she's all in on the Protect Caitlin Clark movement. First, it was Sophie Cunningham. Now Bonner's got her back too. Anyone thinking about a hard foul, they'll have to deal with Dewanna.
Gym. I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. I would love to play with her one day.
The Fever's starting 5 is a problem. Caitlin Clark, the playmaker. Kelsey Mitchell, the silent assassin. Sophie Cunningham, the enforcer. Dewanna Bonner, veteran fire. Aaliyah Boston, paint protector, and Sydney Colson.
This was a really good, welcoming feeling that Dewanna Bonner received. What stood out to me, and a lot of the freaking fans, I like the clown, okay? I like the clown too. Welcome to my channel, guys. I like to joke, humor, and crack jokes. A lot of the girls on Twitter was like, did y'all see that smile Dewanna Bonner had on her face when she walked in the scene? Like, that man come out with that chef hat, and like he was like, yeah, we cook breakfast every morning. This is what I mean when I say what I say, okay?
Where are the A'ja Wilson and Angel Reese fans? Probably clinging to old highlights while the Fever storm through free agency. Meanwhile, the Aces are just trying to hold a roster together with glue and hope.
They went up and snatched Sid Colson from the Aces. She is 100% vibes. She is 100% going to be a backup for Caitlin. It's going to be fantastic backup for Kelsey. Like, she is a great addition to this backcourt. She has senior leadership. She has championship experience. She is the most fun ever. And Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever front office is not messing around.
The Fever saw Caitlin Clark and went all in. Natasha Howard. Boom. Dewanna Bonner. Boom. Then came Sydney Colson, bringing experience and a solid backup. A'ja Wilson must be thinking, who am I playing with again? Meanwhile, Indiana's so stacked they might load manage just for fun.
So the Las Vegas Aces have lost basically their entire team. Almost their entire team is gone from last year. They've lost basically everyone. If we want to look at the Vegas Aces team from last year, who's still remaining? The MVP? Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray. That is it.
Angel Reese calls herself the rebounding queen, but last time she faced Indiana, she spent more time on the floor than on her feet. Someone tell her Fever games aren't a swimming competition. No extra points for dramatic falls. She grabs rebounds, sure, but half come from her own missed layups. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is making history.
That Caitlin Clark is not the face of the WNBA because she isn't the best player is quite honestly ridiculous. Conor McGregor was the face of the UFC. He was not the best fighter. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA, but nobody says he's the face of the NBA. Being the best doesn't automatically give you the title as the face of the league. It's who moves the needle, who's marketed to the audience, who are they coming to see, who drives the conversation surrounding your sport. All the numbers and metrics point to one direction, and that direction is Caitlin Clark, and it's not.
And Sophie Cunningham is ready to back her up. Angel might want to rethink her antics. Indiana isn't here for the theatrics. This is real basketball. Short, sharp, and to the point. Let me know if you want any further tweaks.
What do you mean Sydney Colson is joining the Indiana Fever? What does that mean? Indiana is just being so fucking greedy right now. They took DB. They took Natasha. Now they got Sydney Colson. Like, why would they take Sydney from us?
Obviously, we have to get better. We have to really take a sharp look at ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror, see our shortcomings, and then, you got to make the moves necessary, whatever that means, to put the best product that we possibly can. It's not going to be the same group probably next year.
We'll get to her. A'ja Wilson's already stressed. This isn't just a team. It's a movement.
I didn't know they were going to load up like this, though. Dewanna Bonner, Sydney Colson, just re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. You already have Aaliyah Boston. You have Caitlin. You have Lexi. You got the MAGA Barbie. Look, this is going to be good and bad for the Fever. And this is going to be good and bad for CC. Because if CC can't get a ring with the Super Avengers that Kathy and the Indiana Fever has assembled, then
So this has actually been the shock of free agency. Like, I'm being dead serious here. This is the shock of free agency. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The shock of free agency is the fact that the Fever signed their backup point guard. And it might be one of the best vets in the entire WNBA.
Clark thing is a great point, and it's so special that men get a chance to actually watch a really, really good women's basketball player, or arguably the best women's college basketball player ever. Special to see, and something that you probably will always look back on and go, Caitlin Clark, I watched her when I was younger. She's that good.
Of all of the moves that the Fever have made during this free agency season, this one has been the most shocking for a lot of fans. Firstly, because Sydney Colson seemed to be a key piece to the Las Vegas Aces, and it seemed like that Las Vegas Aces group is kind of falling apart.